Alright guys, we are at the ridge. We're gonna hike into there, find a place to set up camp. Just look around real quick. We got the essentials back here. This is my camping CPAP setup that I'll show you guys later. It's just a field jacket. I've already shown you guys my rucksack. Got that packed out. Got a skillet back there. That's my battery pack. Extra tripod. Bush mallet. Some rope, 550 cord. 6 gallons of water, because I do not have a water source back here. Well, I do, but it's over the ridge and down the other hill. And we brought a cooler full of ice. Stopped along the way at Tennessee grass-fed. Local place. Got some bratwurst, which we'll cook up in a little bit. Hamburger patties. Some pork sausage patties. And then also got some summer sausage. So we are going to be all set. So I found a pretty good spot right in here. A lot of this land is sloped, but I found a semi-level spot over here. A lot of that can be overcome with just by hammock camping. It doesn't really matter, but there's a pretty good, it's a pretty level spot right here in this circle of trees. So that area right there. And that's where we're going to set up camp. I got some of that cedar processed down. I'm going to dig my fire pit right here. And we couldn't have found any better fire materials than that cedar. It's pretty wet out here. And that cedar is going to burn nicely because of the oil in it. And it's also going to keep mosquitoes away. So I'm going to use my SOG mini E-tool. It's got this guy on one side and then the shovel on the other side. And I'm just going to dig out our fire pit right here. Just kind of clear this brush out of the way, or the, leaves and undergrowth and stuff. And then dig down a little bit right here, and then get our fire pit going. I like the E-tool because it's got the pickaxe on one side and the shovel on the other. So there's a branch right there. So I'm gonna get this fire pit dug, and then we'll come back. I got our fire pit dug, but let's see any rocks nearby. So I'm gonna go off and find some of those later. I'm gonna do my fire lay off camera because I have no breath left, and then we'll come back when I get that set up. Nothing special about this fire lay. I just processed that cedar down a little bit. And then I have a twig bundle here. And then for tinder, I got 2 things to show you. I got that quick start thing that I think I talked about in a different video. And then my favorite is cotton balls. So, because if you hit this, and I just have a Bic. My fire steel and my knife is still in my pack in my car. And you've seen that enough times to know how to do that. But like this, you hit that cotton with a spark from a magnesium rod, ferro rod, whatever you want to call it, and it goes straight up like that. These little quick starts as soon as the spark gets on them also, they're going. And then I'm just gonna put my tinder bundle or my twig bundle on top of that, like there. Get one of these cedar logs across that so the fire can get it, and we're good to go. Nothing fancy, like I said. I got some other twig bundles over here ready to go, but that should be enough to get us started. We'll just move up to the next size twig, which I think I happen to have enough of right here. And then I'm just gonna put those right over there. And that's all it takes. We should be clear here. I'll get some rocks later just to make sure. Like I said, it's really wet here anyway. Once this fire kind of gets this way a little bit, we should be good. Found some thicker dead standing stuff over there. Blew this guy back into life, burned half of my mustache off. I'm gonna let that burn down to coals, and then I'm gonna get the cast iron skillet out and cook some bratwurst. Tied it backwards. Supposed to make the loop and then go up. Sorry, I made the loop and went down. There you go. Let's see what we got there. See if I can even lift this bag up to it. Had to get a pretty hefty stick to do this with. There we go. Oh. Man, packed that bag in for a while. I know I say all right at the beginning of every single shot. So we got our coal bed there. Put the cast iron skillet on there. Let that heat up for a second. I didn't bring any oil because hopefully the sausages will have enough oil in it. They will. I have, you can't see it, but it's like right out of your field of vision at the top of the screen, the hammock tarp set up. Now we're going to grill these fresh sausage links bratwursts, Tennessee grass-fed farms. That's where we stopped on the way out, and I'm just going to throw those straight on there. Tripped over my Got some summer sausage thawed also we can have. Right now I'm just gonna let these grill, chill out for a little bit, and then we'll come back when they're done. Using my K-bar spork knife combo. Check on these real quick. Almost ready to turn. Okay, let's see what we have here. Looks pretty much done to me. Wow. That is delicious, guys. That's Tennessee grass-fed farms in, it's right down the road. It's about 25 minutes from here, 7 minutes from my house. And if you guys come out here and stay and pay for the upgraded camp food package, well, not necessarily bratwurst, but there's a menu that you can request, and we'll get you what you want from the Tennessee grass-fed farm. All right, guys, I'm gonna eat a couple of these. So I've already eaten one of these, and I realize usually the YouTube bushcrafters talk to you while they eat, and I don't really have anything to say right now. Except these are delicious. I wish you were here right now eating these bratwursts with me. And I know you can't see my head. That's fine. Because the food's what's important right now anyway. Took about an hour probably to get here, get camp set up, and get these bad boys on the fire. The hardest part actually was clearing the ground and digging. The soil's so rocky here. It's actually difficult to dig the fire pit. I found one rock. I found some piles of rock over there. I'll put a ring around my fire pit later. I'm really digging this K-bar spork and knife combo. I'll put a link in the description. Obviously, that's what everybody does. I guess the tines of the fork could be a little longer, but I mean, it grabs it, and you see I can cut through it. Man, that's good. I don't know that it really tastes like bratwurst, though. Like, it doesn't taste like Johnsonville bratwurst, or I lived in Germany for a little while in the early 90s. My stepdad was stationed there. I was like 11, 12 years old, so I couldn't do any of the fun stuff, but these sausages are delicious. But I wouldn't eat them expecting to have it taste like my favorite bratwurst. But they are delicious. Well, we got a little rain. I got everything under the tarp. in time, I think. Oh. Oh, yeah, it's coming down. This way. Oh, the phone's ringing. Somebody checking on me, make sure I'm still okay. Oh, I don't feel like answering it. I really like the sound of rain on a tarp. I like one of the reasons I like hammock and tarp camping is because I can still see everything. I can still see out. I mean, I know you can see behind me, but see, well, you can't see. I stick my arm out and it's getting rained on. Like I'm close to the nature, but protected from the rain. I like to be able to see the trees, even at night. And I like the sound of the rain pattering on the tarp. And you don't get that in a tent. In a tent, I'd be inside, completely closed off. Couldn't see what was going on around me. And it's just convenient, really. Like this, there's a slope. I had to use this stretchy rope, so it's stretching out. My trees were too far apart. I needed some longer tree bands. What was I saying? Oh, I was getting sidetracked. There's a gentle slope here, and I don't know that I would have been able to get a tent right here. All right, I'm just going to listen to the rain for a little while, and we'll check back in with you later. I may actually turn this into something else later, but I have this pad that I've been kneeling on. It's like some kind of cushion or something, like a boat chair or something. I just use square lashings to lash these. This is tulip poplar. I think that's hickory. And then just put that there. Have a nice little chair. Little camp chair. It's kind of on an angle. This tree's gonna have ants all over me. Oh, that's pretty nice though. I like that. Might actually turn that into a raised bed or something. You know, put a tripod out there and bring something off of it. But for right now, camp chair. Here's a real quick scan of camp. There's my hammocks under that tarp. There's our fire pit. Tripod. There's the chair I showed you earlier. There's Nate's tarp. His hammock's under there. Bag hanging over there. We got limbing operations going on over here for some of these building materials we've been working on. I don't know what we're going to do with them yet though. I was thinking about making a bush wall over there in between those three trees, like using that to weave over there. We'll have to see. I'll let you know how it goes. Got our morning fire going. Gonna cook some breakfast. Got some mild pork sausage patties from the Tennessee grass-fed farm. Rained a little bit last night. There's our wood pile over there. I brought the 4Runner in a little deeper. We were parked out on the easement. Had to get some supplies. There's our wood pile over there. Nate hiding behind our bags in the camp chair. Another tarp. Our bush wall is coming along. We thought this was going to keep out the coyotes, but they were running around all night long.
Coyotes everywhere.
Coyotes circling the camp, and we thought that one bush wall would keep them out, but apparently they can go around it and over it. And it is warm out, man. I think the temperature's in the high 80s, but it's so humid here. feels even higher. I puked twice yesterday. Got overheated. Got an ice pack over there. Cooled down. Got some Pedialyte. Next time, bringing Pedialyte packets with us. Yeah. So let's get this sausage cooking. Once this fire burns down to coals, we'll get that pan on there and get that sausage cooking. We also got our mosquito repellent on there, just some eastern red cedar boughs. Camera's fogging up because it's so humid, and we are sweating like pigs out here. That fire is hot, but man, that sausage is looking good. Threw some French bread on there too that we grabbed from the store. That's gonna be good. Now we fried up some bread in the pan, but to get the rest of the loaf, we just made a little Y. That's actually ironwood. We found a little ironwood tree over there, and actually it's in the bush wall also, part of it, but then we cut off that fork and then just took another green limb, shaved the end, put a point on it, and are cooking that bread over the fire. And we are almost ready for breakfast.
All right, we've got our camp packed up, about to get out of here. It is hot, but got a nice camp cleared here. Easily hold 2 or 3 tents or hammocks. So go to our website, www.bushcraftridge.com, and rent a spot, $25 a night. Come hang out with us. Thank you.